You ever wonder whether deep down people actually want you to be evil? I think about it. There are so few incentives to do the right thing. And you turn on TV and they're talking about all the dreadful things in the world. You flick open the newspapers and they're going, you can't even walk down the high street at night. I've walked down that high street at night, there's nothing there. You could walk around for hours and no one would ever take a swing at you. Admittedly, every now and then you get a friend who comes back with black eye every single time he goes out, but that's because he's an arsehole. He's a statistical abnormality. We live in one of the more paranoid cultures that has ever existed. Necessarily so. I mean, we live in cities, and because of certain limitations in the human cognitive structure, you just can't know that many people. You can't even consider them to be people. Yeah. There's the postman, cardboard cutout. There's the people you are on the bus with. You can't really consider them to be people as such. Certainly not all the time. They're defined by their roles. And so selling someone apart in society is very much a case of selling them apart in a drama. And what do all good dramas need? They need villains. You define the hero in a drama by his opposition to the villain. And who's the hero in this drama? It's going to be us, isn't it? Us good, normal, morally upstanding members of society that go to work, whose greatest sin is maybe smoking a bit of whatever illicit narcotic we've acquired on the weekends, having a bit of alcohol, maybe engaging in getting prescription drugs if we don't feel like acquiring some narcotics, or indulging ourselves in some other vice like religion or morality or some code. Something that makes us controllable, I guess is what I'm saying. Something you can indulge in on a fairly regular basis, and by controlling it, people can think they can control you. So, what's the evil going to be? It's not going to be government. That's just too depressing. No one can engage with that and go, well, I'm not evil because I'm not part of the system. What is a system? It's just a collection of people. I'm not evil because I'm not part of the collection of people. We know that doesn't work. We know that people's actions within the economy do have certain effects, and they're aware of this. It's what all this fair trade crap trades off. So, the evil. The evil becomes a demon in the street. It becomes that newspaper article that goes, you can't walk down the street at night. It's the villain with the pointy horns and the comedy trident. And people need those villains. They need them in order to insist upon their own righteousness. Society wants you to be evil. Maybe it's actually the better bargain to make. Think about it. Especially for people who just don't get normal social rules on an emotional level. There's a lot of work to be put into doing the right thing, to trying to figure out what the right thing is, to smiling at the right points, to remembering how to tilt their head when they look at people, which ways to flick their eyes. And you can never actually take people to mean what they say they mean, so you have to invent, you have to learn the bullshitting skills. Maybe you shouldn't. Because the image of the villain is a comedy cutout, because it necessarily is a comedy cutout, since people want to be good, and being good means you don't experience evil in their world. You get a lot of leeway in how you define the rest of the image. There are a couple of checkboxes, and then the rest, well, they're evil, they're insane, we don't have to worry about that. Whereas, of course, they're not actually insane. The very fact you're saying they're evil insists upon their sanity. Have to be responsible to be evil, have to be sane to be responsible. You can't fail if you don't try.